Why is irony hard to spot in text messages? Have you ever sent a text that was meant to be funny or sarcastic, only to have the recipient take it seriously? Irony can be tricky to spot in text messages, and here's why. Irony relies on tone, context, and shared knowledge, all of which can be limited in digital communication. When we talk face-to-face, we use vocal tones, facial expressions, and body language to convey our feelings. These cues help signal when we are being ironic. In text messages, however, these nonverbal signals are missing, making it harder to tell if someone is joking or being sincere. In many cases, irony in text messages depends on subtle linguistic cues or the background shared between the sender and receiver. When people know each other well, they might use irony without needing to spell it out. They trust that the other person will understand the intended meaning. But when the sender and receiver are less familiar, irony can be more challenging to communicate. Sometimes, people try to signal irony through hashtags, punctuation, or emoticons. These tools can help clarify intent, but they are not always used, leading to potential misunderstandings. Another factor is the informal style of text messages. They often include slang, abbreviations, and shorthand that can obscure the nuances needed to recognize irony. Slang can be ambiguous and context-dependent, which makes it even harder to interpret ironic statements accurately. For example, a phrase that seems straightforward might have a completely different meaning in a specific context. Automated systems and algorithms also struggle with detecting irony. Irony can flip the usual sentiment of words, which requires complex reasoning that goes beyond simple keyword analysis. This is why even advanced technology can misinterpret messages that are meant to be ironic. In summary, irony is hard to spot in text messages because the medium lacks many of the nonverbal and contextual cues that indicate ironic meaning. The use of slang and shorthand adds another layer of difficulty, making it essential for both the sender and receiver to relying on shared context or explicit markers to avoid miscommunication. So next time you send a text, think about how your message might be interpreted.